Here I got my '09 Infinity G37X, and it has a low oil pressure coat. And what I'm gonna do is show how to go ahead and take everything out from beginning all the way to the end, and then put it back together step by step. $3,800 to fix this, and some other shops they want to go with $2,000 because it is kind of intensive. You got to take off everything here in the front, has to come out. Some people, they take the bumper out, but I'm not going to go that far. I think just by taking off the radiator fan and taking off a lot of this accessories in the front, it should be more than plenty to access the oil galley gasket. One of the first things that I want to start out with is by disconnecting the negative on the battery. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is remove these 5 bolts to take the engine cover. Here goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do that with a 10mm bolt. Alright, the next thing we're going to remove is this radiator reservoir. Also 10mm. Then disconnect the hose. Now the next thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and remove this mass airflow sensor. And now we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Easier one hand. What we're going to do is cut this little tie right here. Move this out of the way and do the same to the other side. Next thing, we're going to remove this air box and 10mm. Then we're going to loosen up this clamp, 8mm. And we're going to put it away. Lift up. Same thing, I'm going to loosen up this clamp. And I'm going to remove this one bolt for the left air cleaner. Separate the hose. And lift up on the air assembly. It's tough. The other reason why it's kind of hard to pull out, it has a little rubber grommet on the bottom what that goes to. You can see it down there. And it snaps in, there's 2 of them. And that's what makes it harder to take out. And now I'm going to take the bolt, put it back in so I don't lose them. Same thing on the other side. Alright, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to remove the undercover. Alright, the next thing we're gonna do is drain the coolant. And right there, that's how you drain it. Regular Phillips screwdriver. And from the top, we'll remove the radiator cap. Comes out a lot faster. I know I'm going to get a lot of questions like, where did I get the instruction book for this car? Because I've looked around and I have not been able to find a book for this car out of any auto parts. I haven't tried the dealership, but I did look online. And online, there is a website where you can actually get this book. If you go to like nicoclub.com, right there on the bottom right there in the middle, it says service manual. You click on the service manual. And you scroll up to right there where it says Infinity. Sorry, I don't know how good this video is going to show from the camera to my TV. It don't look like it's going to show very well, but it's the best I can do right now. And then you find the car that you currently have. Like for me, I had the G37X, or just the G37. If it'll open, that'll be great. Okay, try that again. Go into the Infinity. Oops, my fat fingers hit the dots on one. Let me try it again. Infinity. Okay, Infinity service manual, and then you click on the G37. Okay, you scroll down and you find the year. Mine is a 09 sedan. And right there, these are all the things, all the contents for your whole car. It took me a while to figure it out, but I did print it out. And as I opened each one, I was able to write down next to it what it is, so I can use it as a reference. Like that CO is engine cooling system. This is the one that I've been using. It's EM, it's engine mechanical, and that's where you're gonna find all the parts. Then you got the EC, which is engine control system. And I'm gonna click on one so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna click on the one that says EM. That's the one that I've been using. I don't know if you can see me. And right here is all the contents. You can just scroll up. And this is your repair manual. I was able to download it into my PDF file. And in my PDF file, I found it a little easier to scroll through a lot of these pictures. The one that I'm doing is how to remove the timing belt. I'm going to make it easier myself. Since I already downloaded it, I'm going to go back to my PDF. I'm going to close that out. Because I find it a lot easier to scroll through everything here. Engine management. Okay, see? And whenever you get out of it, it'll actually save the picture, the page that you're at. And the one that I'm looking at is timing chain, because that's how far I'm going to go into the engine is to get to the timing chain. And each one of these like release the fuel pressure. You know, you go to your engine control section 614 and I'll show you how to release the fuel pressure on there. Then you go down the line, disconnect the battery cable, remove the engine cover with the power tool, which I'm going to show a lot of these, you know, but I'm not going to keep showing it each time I do this right here, but you know, this will give you an idea. And then, like for example, draining the engine coolant. What I do is I go back into my P because I already saved that also. I'm going to back it up a little bit. And there goes CO for coolant. And right here, it's showing me how to drain the cooling system. Draining. It's right there. Well, I find this really, really easy. I was scared to work in the car at first, but now I actually feel a little bit more confident. Thanks to the club, Nickel Club. Thanks to them. My hats to them. I'm subscribed to them, and I want to thank them for having this here because it made it a lot easier for me. Yeah, right there. So let's get started. The next thing I'm going to do is remove the upper radiator hose. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to reinsert this little plug because I don't want to lose it. I think the coolant should have drained plenty. Alright, the next thing we're going to do now, we're going to remove the lower radiator hose. Alright, now we're going to get underneath the car and remove the lower radiator hose part right up against the radiator. Let's see. Okay, I'm now going to remove the radiator hose. There you go. Take it out, put it away. Next, we're gonna go drain the oil. Simple 14 millimeter. There you go. Okay, the next thing we're gonna be doing is removing the radiator fans. Okay, we're gonna remove this electrical connection here first. We're going to try to remove this clip right here. Try to get behind that thing. Come on. There you go. Squeeze it. Oh. Back in. Alright. Got another one here, but I think I'm gonna, well, let me see. Got another one here, but I'm gonna pull the radiator. I'm gonna try to pull the fans out. See if I could get it from behind. I don't want to break it. I already broke one on the other side. Next thing I'm gonna do is remove this sensor here. Now we're gonna loosen up the radiator. The other one's over here. Okay, from the bottom of the radiator, you gotta loosen up these two hoses from the support. Alright, the next thing I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna remove this belt. And to do that, we're gonna have to loosen up this idler pulley right here. I got a 14mm. Okay. Then the next thing I'm gonna do now is insert this 3/8 in here. And I'm gonna pull on it real hard, and I'm gonna line up these two holes, and I'm gonna shove this Allen key right inside there to hold it. There you go. There you go. And now to hold it open all times. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take it off. See what I did? I shoved the Allen key right there, held it up. Alright, let's proceed with taking the belt out. The car's got 108,000 miles, so the belt looks great. I'm gonna replace it anyway. No sense in putting a used part in. The next thing I'm going to do is remove the wires from the harness, or the harness from the timing cover. Okay, that's one. Two. Remove this clip from there. Okay. I removed this one. All you gotta do is just squeeze the sides with like a needle nose, and it'll pull right out. Okay. With a 12mm, I'm gonna take out this one. It's too long. I'm gonna put this back in. Thing over here. I should pull. Alright, now to take this oil filler tube, I ended up using, oh boy, this little slide hammer. I put an attachment like this. All I got to do is just put it under here, like that. And pops right up. Alright, the next thing I'm gonna do is I gotta remove or at least move to the side the AC compressor. And there's just 3 bolts. There's just one there, one above, and one in the back. The back one is a real pain because you kind of have to squeeze your socket. I have to use like an extension with a deep socket, thin wall, and just to get it in there. I don't tend to break it loose. Yeah, it's a little tight. I'm not going to take the bolt out because I'm not taking the AC compressor out. I'm just going to move it to the side. And the next thing I'm going to do is remove this wire. Okay, I'll try to cut this zip tie down at the bottom. So I can loosen up that wire. So at the bottom one. The reason you gotta remove this AC compressor is because it's bolted to the timing cover. Now it's out of the way. It shouldn't interfere at all. And the next thing I'm going to do is remove this outer pulleys. There's 3, well, I already took out the one that came with the tensioner. But you got to remove this one to get to the bolt that's behind there. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh. Apologize if I blocked the wheel. And this one. Oh. Now I'm going to try to attempt to remove the power steering pump. There's a 14mm bolt right there in the gear. Alright, the next thing I gotta do now is I gotta remove the power steering bracket. Let me see if I can get it in there. Power steering pump bracket. So you got one bolt right there. And then once I remove that bolt, I could take off the idler pulley bracket. But then back there, I got two more bolts. And those look like it's gonna be a kind of a royal pain to get to. And then after that, remove the alternator, or at least, you know, move to the side. I don't know about removing it. See, with the power steering pump, I just moved it to the side for now. Mostly it's going to be down the bottom, but this one is going to be up here on the top. Let's keep taking some of these bolts out off the timing case. And do that nut back. Alright, so looking under the car, what I'm going to do now, I can take the alternator out. It's this bolt right here. This bolt right here. And this is one up here. Alright, loosen that up. Okay. I'm gonna take the filter out. Oh man, I make more room. Okay, I removed the alternator. Sorry I didn't show how to do it, but it took 2 hands and I don't have a way to pop up the alternator. But it's really simple. This one 12mm nut there, and then the clip. And it's easier to take them off once you take the alternator down. And then you turn it sideways to access the back of it. Okay, now I'm gonna remove that alternator bracket right there. It's not hard, it's just that I'm in such an awkward position. I'm gonna need my 2 hands again. Got the oil pump, the oil pan. Got the oil pan down. Now, one thing that has me worried is that I found this. I have no idea what this is. Let me see if I can zoom in. It's metal. And I actually found that in the pan. Actually, I found it in the strainer. What the hell? Something else is in there. Let me see what's in there. Oh, look what I found in there. Looks like part of the paper gasket. So I found these two things inside the strainer. Metal. And paper. Look at the pan. Let's see.